Hi, this is BlindFox. Welcome to my ration review. Today we are going to be reviewing a civilian ration, the SERAC Deluxe 24-hour MRE pack free. This was packaged this year and it expires next year. The whole package weighs about 1.75 kilograms. Okay, let's see what's inside. You can see it's only sealed with a peelable seal, and that the package is quite stuffed inside. So let's get started. Okay, first we have an isotopic sports drink. It is about 50 grams. Next we have a strawberry lactose-free nutritional drink. We have 2 fuel tablets. We have 2 more fuel tablets, so it's 4 fuel tablets. We have a rusk. We have 1, 2, 3 little milk cartons. Another isotopic sports drink, also 50 grams. A power bar. Some crackers or biscuits. We have some Nestle Gold, I think it's coffee or cappuccino from Nestle Gold. We have mixed fruit jam. We have a normal knife, fork and spoon set with a serviette, salt and pepper. We have 2 more fuel tablets, that makes it 6 fuel tablets. There's also milk, yeah. We have a whole box of full cream milk. That's nice. This ration can't get very warm, or else all this milk will spoil, I think. We've got some stuff in a tray. We have some chicken soup mix. Some more chicken soup. Another jam, mixed fruit. A roll of super C's. A cheese. A box of matches. Tomato sauce. Some normal Nestle coffee. Some more Nestle coffee. 2 tea bags, 3 sugar bags, some small plastic bags, non-sealable, and a plastic little aluminium tray for eating your food. Okay, some oats. Sounds like some instant oats. It sounds it's dry, so you have to put in water. We have beef curry. I think these are normally about 200 or 250 grams, I'm not sure. There's the heating instructions at the back. We have 150 grams of maize pop, and the heating instructions is at the back. We have 150 grams of barbecue rice, also heating instructions at the back. All of these seems to be in the expiry date. Then we have a bag of 250 grams of chicken casserole, just in a normal bag. And that's all that is contained in the Deluxe SERAC 24-hour ration. So let's get to taste everything. Hey, there was a sort of a screw up with my order, so I sent them a mail and asked them what happened. So they sent me, the breakfast was supposed to be muesli, 150 grams. So they sent me a sachet of muesli. The main meals was supposed to be beef pasta veg, and they sent me one. It's about, I think it's 300 grams there. So they sent me one. I got the preparation instructions at the back. The other main meal was supposed to be some Mexican chicken. I think it's 200 grams. Yes, it's 200 grams. The preparation instructions is at the back. And with the Mexican chicken are supposed to be some savory rice, which they also sent me. This is just the ingredients. You can see all the meals you get from them. There's ingredients for all the meals, so you can check what they have, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is I already shot the breakfast part, so I'm going to just add the review of this at the end of breakfast with muesli, and then after the dinner one I will add a review of these two mains. Yeah, they also sent me a little cheese sausage to go with the pasta. Okay, this is now early morning, so we have got our early morning rusk and our early morning cappuccino. It's very common in South Africa for people to drink early morning coffee before they have breakfast. I don't know if it's in other countries the same, but here you normally drink some coffee or something early in the morning, if you are up that early. I'll just remove the spoon from here. This nice spoon and fork set is very common. You get them everywhere. This is one of the most common available ones. They only have serviette in them and salt and pepper. serviette is okay. It's not the best one I've ever seen, but it's not the worst one I've ever seen. Put this aside. I'm not going to fill my cup to the top because sometimes these cappuccinos or coffees and stuff in the sachets are not very strong. And I like my coffee strong. If necessary, I can just fill it more later. It seems my lens fogged up for a bit, but I'll just stir this now. It looks nice and creamy. I think that's done. Okay, let's talk about the rusk for a moment. Okay, this one is a muesli rusk. That means there's muesli within the rusk. You get different kinds of rusks. You get aniseed nuts rusks. You get buttermilk rusks. You get normal. You get different kinds of rusks. You even get chocolate rusks. You can see the muesli inside there. Rusk is basically a sweet type of dough which you bake like you do a bread. Then you take the rusk out of the oven, cut it up. It still looks like bread. Then you put it into the oven again and dry it for a few hours. When it comes out, it is quite hard. You can break it, but then it just crumbles. People normally dunk it in their coffee or their tea. I'm gonna taste the coffee first before I dunk my rusk. Nice coffee. I like my coffee very strong. This I think is just the right strength for me. It's a nice coffee blend. No, it's not your rusk. It's not your rusk. Sorry about my... It's not your rusk. Okay, it's my, I like the coffee blend. It's nice and strong. Milk and sugar. I normally don't have milk and sugar in my coffee, but it's okay. What you normally do, I'll just take a little taste of the rusk before I dunk it. My cat also wants a bit of rusk. He's not going to get any. Nice and sweet, the rusk. You can taste the muesli. You can also taste some buttermilk in there. What you normally do, you take your cup, you just dunk your rusk. There are raisins in there too. It's very nice. It's Oma is a common brand of rusks. You get them everywhere, and normally in big boxes. You don't always just get them in these little sachets. It's a popular one. It's well known. It's a very nice rusk. So that's all I'm going to have for my early morning coffee. Breakfast. For breakfast, I'm not going to use these, although you can. They didn't provide a stove, so I'm not going to use the fuel tablets and the mattress. The mattress is Lion. You get them everywhere. They are quite good matches. They are in all shops. Commercial items. Commercial items is common in South African rations. You get them even in the military rations. You always have. So I'll put these aside. And then we have a little milk sachet. In this deluxe meals, apparently milk is a thing, so if you have ever ordered the deluxe meals, you really have to check out the temperature. These are also common milk, little milks. You see them in the guest houses. Sugar. I've got a little roll of cheese, cheddar. This is also a commercial item. You can buy them in the shops. There's different colors, that is different cheese brands. I think the red one is a Gouda. There's a purple one, I'm not sure what it is, and then there's a light yellow one. This is just normal mixed jam. You also get these everywhere. Some biscuits. These are quite tough biscuits. They're not really, they are kind of sweet. They're not really crackers, they are more biscuit-like. And the isotopic drink, I'm not sure what flavor this is. It's 50 grams, it's good for 500 milliliters. Nescafe coffee, it's quite good coffee. You also get them everywhere. Knife, fork and spoon again. And Clover full cream milk. Clover is also a common brand, you get them everywhere. I'm just a bit skeptical about all the milk in this ration. This is a ration I think you buy for a specific thing and use it. I don't think storage, I won't really store this ration for a long time. And then we have oats here. I'm not sure how to mix this, they don't say, there's no instructions on this. But we'll see. Okay, first I'm just gonna mix the isotopic drink. I already measured 500 milliliters of water in the bottle. It's just easier to mix it in the bottle. This smells like either orange or nachi. I'll come back to this later. Let's mix our oats. I'm not sure exactly how much to use. How much water to use in this. Okay. This smells like oats. Looks like it's. Throw this in here. No oxygen absorbers. I'm just going to pour some water in off camera. Last time I did it on camera, the camera lens fogged up. I'm just going to use my coffee cup for a measure. Don't want to put too much water in this. I think that's enough water. I'm going to add my sugar in here, because I absolutely hate sugar in my coffee and tea. Sit this here for a moment. Let's mix our coffees. And our tea. Oh yeah, my cups are just blood donation cups. We get them for donating blood. Coffee. The tea is normal black, normal, as we call it here, English tea, normal black tea. All tea that isn't rooibos is called or most teas that isn't specifically from China or other places are called English tea. This is just a normal black tea. Put it in there. This little milk is for putting in your coffee and tea, but I do not like my coffee and tea with milk. So I'll just drink this one later. This milk. I haven't used one of these in quite some time. Nice full cream milk. It tastes better than some of those 2% or other milks. I don't like those, but this one is quite nice. Let's check out the biscuits. They are just normally sealed. They are not, these are not vacuum sealed. I've seen some that was vacuum sealed. These are quite thick biscuits. They are not very hard biscuits though, they are nice, soft. They are more like a cookie in texture than a biscuit. I'm going to eat all of them for breakfast, since both lunch and dinner has got starches to go with the meal. This is mixed fruit jam. Very nice. I've had them before. They are quite gelatinous. Really have to dig into it. Let's taste a bit of it. Very fruity. Definitely got a apricot component somewhere. Also strawberry, you can taste the crumbliness of strawberry. Let's put it on a biscuit. Just spread it a bit. I'm just going to taste a bit of the biscuit on this side that doesn't have jam. Quite a sweet biscuit. It's got some oats in its composition. Not sure what else. It's very sweet, and with the jam it tastes like one of those jam cookies you get, those Jolly Jumpers almost, without the icing, or those other little cookies with the jam in. Let's try the cheese. The cheese is normal cheddar. Nice and squishy. Just make a little hole. You can see it's quite thick. It's not runny at all. Very creamy. It's got that nice processed cheese taste that you get in the little cheese triangles as well, or in cheese spread. It's not grainy at all. It's smooth. It's nice and light yellow. It's not dark yellow. Let's taste this. The sweetness from the cheese, the saltiness from the cheese quite complements the sweetness of the biscuit. It's not very overwhelming, either of them, so they form a nice combination. These processed cheeses can be somewhat overwhelming on stuff sometimes. Let's try this with the jam. The cheese with the jam, it brings down the sweetness of the whole jam biscuit thing. It makes it a bit more creamy, a bit more savoury. It's a very nice balance. So let's try some porridge. See, my tea and my coffee has steeped nice and well while we're talking. This is nice and thick. I like my oats very thick, and I'm not going to throw any milk on my oats because I really don't like milk on my oats porridge. Let's taste this. Very nice, everything has gotten nice and rehydrated. Tastes nice, there's a little bit of sugar, gives it a good balance. Without the sugar it's very bland. I'm glad I put that little bit of sugar in. Let's taste the coffee. Coffee with milk and sugar is just too bland for me. I like my coffee without any adornments. Still nice and strong. Get a bit of a bitter taste. It's a slight bitter taste in the coffee, but it's normal for Nescafe. It's got that. It's a good brand. It's not as weak as some other coffees. Let's see, try the tea. It smells nice and fragrantly. There's a nice black tea taste. I do not do sugar and milk in my tea as well. I do not. It's too sweet for me when you put sugar in tea. I like the natural tea taste, which this one has. It's not a bitter one. It's not too sweet. It's just a nice middle of the road black tea. Not sure what brand this is. All that is left, I think, to try now is our topic drink. I think this one is nachi. You can see it's a nice orange color. For some reason they do not put a name on their isotopic drinks. You just get isotopic drinks. Some of these I have seen with names on it, but in quite a lot of these rations they don't. You see it's a nice orange color. Of course, most likely artificial coloring. I've seen orangier stuff, but let's try this. It is very sweet. It's between a normal orange cool drink and one of those hydration sachets. It tastes a lot like Powerade or Energade, but there's that same sweetness in it. But you can definitely taste the citrus in this. I think it's nachi. It's sweet enough for that. It doesn't have that typical orange strong flavor. That is my breakfast. I'll use the rest of this to drink throughout the morning. And see you for lunch. Okay, let's do this muesli. Okay, they don't say how to prepare it. They don't make any suggestions. So I'm just going to open it and see how it tastes and what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, there's a bit of muesli. You can see there's some fruit in. There's some toasted stuff in as well. There's some oats. You can taste the sweetness of the raisins. There's definitely some honey on there too. There's some oats, there's some other grains. Let's just see. I'm going to pour the rest of it here. You can see this is quite a lot of muesli. And everything is poured out. I can't see any milk powder in there. I don't like my muesli with stuff on. Can't really see what is in there. I see oats. I can see, I don't know. So there's definitely some toasted stuff. But that is the muesli part. As I said, it's nice and sweet. There's definitely honey there. It's nice and crunchy if you eat it just like that. The 200 ml milk you get, you can add that. It will be nice with that. I don't know how water would work with this. So thanks, that's muesli. Okay, let's see what we have for lunch. This is just a sachet of cutlery. We are going to have chicken casserole, 250 grams. We are going to have 150 gram barbecued rice. I'm not going to use the matches and the fuel tablets. We're going to have some Super C's, strawberry flavor. Might use the salt and pepper. We're going to have some Nescafe coffee. I'm not going to use the milk and the sugar. I don't like milk and sugar in my coffee. We're going to have chicken soup. And we're going to have a mystery isotonic drink. 50 grams, this makes 500 milliliters. Okay, let's start with the mains. I'm going to put them into bowls and then heat them up. You can see the rice, it is in sort of a sheet. It has a nice tomatoey barbecue flavor to it. Smells like chicken, slightly savory. You can see there's the chicken, there's the rice. I'm just gonna, rice is in such little sheets. I'm just gonna going to warm this up. Okay, I've heated up the mains. Let's first mix up the chicken stew, of the chicken soup. There's about 18 grams of chicken soup in here. Smells a bit chickeny. There's the chicken soup. Let's do the coffee. Let's do the isotonic drink next. This is 50 grams. It makes 500 ml. I put 500 ml of water in my bottle. This smells like nachi. Let's check out the chicken. It's nice. It looks like there's some tomato paste in there. There's definitely some potatoes. It's nice and saucy, nice and savory. There's a bit of a burn to it. I think there's a little bit of curry in there. The rice, although pliable, is still in the sheet form. Definite barbecue flavor. Slight tomatoey, a slight burn. Okay, this rice is still slightly bit dry. The moment you mix it with the saucy chicken, it takes away the dryness. The two flavors blend. The rice sweeten up the chicken a bit. You can still taste a little burn. Definitely a curry or a chili, slight curry or chili in here. I'm not sure which one. Let's try the salt and pepper on this. Definitely helps a bit. Let's just you can see the rice. When you put the rice in, it just sips up all of the juice. It's much less saucier. The sauce of the chicken gives the rice still more, but make the rice still more softer. The salt and the pepper just added a bit depth of flavor there. You can see the chicken soup. There is some vegetables in there. I think I'm seeing corn there. Doesn't taste a lot chickeny. It's got definitely an oniony taste. There's some vegetables in there. I'm not sure what is definitely, I think spring onion or chives there in. There's not a big chicken flavor. Let's check out the coffee. Nice and strong. A slight bitterness of Nescafe. Nescafe is a good coffee choice in this deluxe meal. The other coffee types in some of the other meals are just too weak. You can hardly taste the coffee there. Let's check out the isotonic drink. You can see it's a nice vivid orange. It smells sweet like nachi. Tastes a lot like nachi. I think this might be a nachi again. Very sweet. Slightly Kool-Aid-y. Dringo Pop like. A bit like rehydration fluid. Almost a bit strong. You can add a bit less water. Let's check out the Super C's. This is a normal little roll of Super C's. You get them just like this in the shops. You can see it's a little hard candy. It's difficult to squash. There might be some vitamin C in here, I'm not sure. But it's very sweet tasting. It lasts a while in your mouth. It's nice and saliva forming. The tastes of them are quite nice. They've got more than one flavor. Although this one is just strawberry, you never get mixed packs. You get orange, you get lemon, you get, I think there's a grenadella, watermelon, mandarin, nachi. There's a lot of flavors. This one is just strawberry. It tastes very strongly of strawberry. You can see it's hard and gradually all through. So this was lunch. Join me for dinner. Hello. Hi, welcome to dinner. Sorry for the noise, I'm just taping in another location tonight. I'm not going to use the sugar, the matches, the tomato sauce. I can't find anything to use them with. The milk or the fuel tablets. What we're going to have is beef curry. It's 200 grams of it. This is pap, or more specifically maize pap. It's almost like porridge, it's just very, very stiffer. You use much less water when you prepare it. It's eaten with any meal of the day. It's normally eaten with something that has a sauce, like meat and sauce, curry and sauce. This is chicken soup, the same as we had this afternoon. This is a chocolate power bar. This is a tea bag we're going to use. And this is lactose-free nutritional drink, almost like Ensure or one of those. Okay, I'll just heat this up and then be back. Okay, I have heated the food. Let's check out the other stuff. This is a soup. This soup has a very light chicken smell. Let's put the tea in as well. This is just normal black tea, the same as we had this afternoon. I'm not sure if the soup is exactly the same. Okay, I've got the soup and the tea prepared. Let's just quickly mix up a drink. So I said this is strawberry. It uses a cup of water. This has a definitive strawberry flavor. You can see it's nice and creamy. Let's put this aside and check out our mains. Okay, first we have the pop. You can see they are still a bit in their sheets, but they are much softer than this afternoon's rice. Here we have the beef curry. You can see there's some vegetables. It's nice pieces of meat, it's not mince. There's a lovely sauce to go with our pop. There's the curry, here's the pop. You can see the pop is quite pliable. It's not as soupy as porridge is. It's almost the consistency of Play-Doh. Let's taste a bit on its own. On its own it's quite bland. You can definitely taste the maize. This is quite fine pop. I've seen with a bit of a coarser grain. Some of it is a bit dry. There's a bit of fat in as well. If it wasn't for the sauce, the meat would be very dry. And potato is nice and soft. Let's give this a little mix. You can immediately see, even with this little bit of pop, it already just eats up the sauce. You can still taste the pop through the curry. You can feel the graininess of the pop, or the texture of the pop fruit together with the meat. The maize taste is still there if you taste nice, if you concentrate, but the curry sort of gives flavor to the pop, and the pop is a nice background for the curry. The chicken soup is nice and thick. You can see there's definitely the same as this afternoon. You can see the corn there. It's a very light chicken taste. It's not extremely salty as some of these soups are. You do taste the vegetables. The corn is a bit on the chewy side still, but it's a nice thick soup. The tea is just normal black tea, not a harsh tea taste, very slight. Okay, the lactose-free milk drink. You can taste the strawberry. It's quite sweet. You can see it's nice and frothy up top. It's slightly thickened. It's very creamy. Just give it a little stir still more. So you can see while we are stirring, it's a very thick thing. There's a lovely froth up there. Lovely sweet. This can almost be the dessert on its own. The last thing we have is the Power Bar chocolate. I've had these before, they are very nice. I've never seen these in shops, but I've seen the brand. So it's nice and chocolatey. It's nice and crumbly inside. Sometimes you see a bit of biscuit in there. When you bite into it, there's a slight biscuit crunch. It tastes a lot like protein bars, but not as overwhelmingly as some of them do. As I said, this is a bit chewy. It's crumbly as well. This is a nice dessert. The ration overall is a quite hefty one. The only thing I have a problem with is all the milk products in this ration. It's a bit risky. I would prefer a powdery substitute for the milk. Otherwise it's very huge, very large ration. Thanks for joining me. to review the SERAC 24-hour Deluxe ration. Stay tuned for the photos of the components and the review of the replacement meals. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, let's do the replacement meals. We are going to have Mexican chicken, 200 grams. We're going to have the savory rice, 150 grams. And for the second meal, we are going to have the beef pasta and veg, 300 grams. I'll just put this in bowls and warm them up, and then I'll be back. I'm back. Let's start with the beef pasta. You can see the pasta pieces. There's some beef in there. Can't really see any vegetables, but there can be, or there should be. There is some vegetables. Let's taste this. It tastes slightly tomatoey. There's no burn in this, just a light tomato taste. I think according to me, it should have some. Desperately needs some rosemary or something. I'm going to pop in some cheese. And put it aside to melt some. Next, while the cheese melts, let's look at the rest. You can see the rice is still in its sheet form. It's nice and pliable now. Let's taste some. There's a slight curry flavor in the rice. A nice little burn. I think there's some, there's some green beans in the rice. It's a nice yellow color from the cumin. Let's look at the Mexican chicken. It looks like there's some corn in there, or potatoes. It's nice and saucy. It tastes a lot like the chicken casserole. It does have a slight burn from something, but the chicken is a bit dry. The sauce helps a bit, but it's very similar to the chicken casserole we had. Let's mix some you can see the sauciness disappears a bit. The rice adds a bit of curry flavor to the chicken. It reduces the sauciness of it. But my overall conclusion is that this Mexican chicken tastes a lot like the chicken casserole. Let's get back to the pasta. The pasta is nice and soft. The cheese helps quite a lot with the flavor. Still, what this thing needs is some Italian herbs. Okay, that was the replacement meals.